Good morning, Marshall. I'm Abby A's. Thank you for joining us. This morning, we'll discuss Women's History Month, the spring dance and music concerts, and everything Marshall sports. Let's start off with some good news of the week. A baby monkey named Punch at an Ichikawa City Zoo in Japan has captured online attention after being abandoned at birth and finding a comfort in a stuffed orangutan toy. Following an outpouring of sympathy, he's now been spotted cuddling and climbing with the other monkeys in his enclosure. Zookeepers say they're optimistic about his growing social integration. Now, it's time for some campus announcements. Advanced registration for summer courses is March 9th. This is only open to currently enrolled students. Marshall Health Network will host Flavors Around the World at Huntington Kitchen on March 10th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. This will be a cooking class to learn how to make pot stickers. Countdown to commencement will be held on March 10th and 11th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. as the spring 2026 semester prepares to end. Spring break begins next Monday, March 16th, and classes will resume the following Monday, March 23rd. Now over to Roxy Leonard for a look ahead at the weather.
Good morning, Marshall, and welcome to this week's weather forecast. Here's a look at our 7-day forecast and what it means for Marshall this week. We're starting the week off with some beautiful weather. Monday looks sunny and warm with a high near 73 degrees, a perfect little break from all the rain we've been seeing lately. It's one of those days where you might want to eat your lunch outside, walk around campus, or soak up a little sunshine between classes. By Tuesday, the rain will return with a high around 75 degrees. It'll still be mild, but you'll definitely want the umbrella back in your backpack as the showers move through the area. Wednesday continues that warm and wet pattern with highs climbing to about 78 degrees and more rain. It'll feel more like a humid spring day across Huntington, so be ready for some on and off showers. Then a big change arrives by Thursday. Temperatures will drop back into the low 50s and we'll see a mix of rain and snow much colder air moves in. It's a little reminder that winter isn't ready to let go just yet. Friday stays cooler with cloudy skies and a high near 61 degrees. We'll definitely be missing that sunshine from earlier in the week. As we head into the weekend, Saturday remains mostly cloudy with highs in the low 50s, but the sun will make a comeback by Sunday. We're looking at a beautiful sunny day with highs near 76 degrees, a perfect way to wrap up the week and another nice break from all that midweek rain. That's your Good Morning Marshall weather forecast for this week. A sunny start, some midweek rain, and even a little wintry mix right before we finish with more warm sunshine by Sunday. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Roxy Leonard. Back to you, Abby.
Thanks, Roxy. Here's the latest in your local and campus news. March is Women's History Month, celebrated nationwide and at Marshall University to honor women's achievements and impact. Campus organizations are hosting events focused on leadership, education, and advocacy, aiming to recognize historic contributions while empowering future leaders. Students can visit Marshall's event calendar for the full schedule. Marshall's spring dance concert is March 28th at the Joan C. Edwards Performing Arts Center. The School of Music is having a guest artist recital tonight at 7:30 p.m. in the Smith Music Hall Recital Hall. HerdCon wrapped up at Marshall University after a full day of comics, gaming, anime, and pop culture programming. The event featured panels, vendors, and cosplay, with organizers aiming to create an inclusive space for fans. Highlights and photos are available on Marshall's website. Now Owen James is in with the sports spiel.
Good morning, Marshall. I'm Owen James here with your weekly dose of Marshall athletics happenings. There was pain in Pensacola Friday afternoon as Marshall women's basketball failed to get it done against South Alabama in round 4 of the conference tournament. The Jaguars had the Herds number all game, winning handily 73-58. The Thundering Herds still await the NCAA Women's Basketball Selection Show on March 15th to know if they will see postseason play. Thundering Herds softball had quite the busy weekend, hosting the Marshall March Madness Round Robin Tournament. Kicking off Friday's doubleheader, the Herd defeated Akron 9-1 in 5 innings, carrying the momentum to a 6-0 win over Canisius later that evening. In its second set of games, Marshall defeated the Zips 4-0 and the Golden Griffins 7-1 to finish off a dominant 4-0 weekend. Despite the cancellation of Wednesday's contest against WVU, Marshall baseball still saw action in a 3-game weekend series, hosting the St. Bonaventure Bonnies. The Herd completed the sweep in dominant fashion, winning Game 1 5-4, Game 2, 11-1, and Game 3, 25-2. And that's just going to do it for this week's Sports Spiel. Now back to you, Abby.
Thanks, Owen. That's all for this morning, Herd. Thank you for watching this show. It's a student-produced newscast brought to you by the W. Page Pitt School of Journalism and Mass Communications and the Department of Geography. Tune in after spring break, March 23rd, for the voices of the students told by the students. And remember, good mornings make great days.
By the banks of the river, where the willows hang down, the wild birds they warble with a low morning sound. Way down in the